Like, because you are incapable, why don't you use that narration, the reason for you to strive even higher, as a reason to have even higher standard than others? Hey guys, welcome back to Life Up Education TV. My name is Natsune, I'm your host, and I'm also the author of the book called The Game of Self-Domination. So in today's video, it's gonna be another episode of ASK Natsune Show, and as always, you can ask me any question you have by using the hashtag ASK Natsune Show, either on Twitter or Instagram. So tag me at the LifeUpEducationTV so I will recognize your question and I can get to it. Okay, the first tweet that I picked today, it goes, it's not necessarily your capabilities that allow you to achieve. It's more of what you convince yourself to be capable of that enables you to accomplish goals. This is why some people are neutral at almost everything they do, while others struggle to do the same. So I agree with the first part. It's not necessarily your capabilities that matters, but it's your willingness. It's your capability of convincing yourself how much you can take it, right? I very much agree. And that's fully because, like, when you assume that everything is your fault, everything is under your responsibility, but in another word, everything is controllable, you can control everything, that narration just gets easier. Like, now you feel in control, and I think the chaos happens, or the depression happens, when you feel like you are not in control. So, you know, regardless of if this is a fact, if this is a correct or truth, I think I much rather just sticking with the narration that helps me, serves me. Okay, the next one. If you believe in yourself for once, just once, great things are going to happen for you. Okay, I picked this tweet because I couldn't necessarily agree with this tweet. I picked this tweet because I couldn't necessarily agree with this. Like, I don't like to tell people everything is gonna be okay, because frankly we don't know if everything is gonna be okay. But instead, what I should tell people is, like, look, we don't know if everything is gonna be okay, but only thing I can tell you is you're gonna learn life. Like, you're gonna be able to appreciate real thing. Like, you're gonna, by going through tough things, by going through hard things that are hard to overcome, like, you actually gain the insight of what it's like to live a life, and you'll be able to appreciate life. And I think that's way more rewarding life, I think. I mean, everything good should come with hard challenges and hardships, because those are the challenges that we live for. Like, growth is what we live for, not the ultimate end goal, you know? So I think the whole society needs to shift that narration, instead of enabling people, of telling them, like, without any, like, a solid, tangible confidence, like, don't sugarcoat it. Like, tell them what it is, and, you know, build the characters, build people who are able to face adversity, who are able to, like, who are tough enough, strong enough to face failures and losses. And I think that's possibly one of the secret of the happiness, especially in today's age. Okay, the next one. How to overcome self-doubt. Let's talk about how to overcome self-doubt. This is something I talk about in my book, actually, but let's go authentic. Besides what I talk about in my book, things you can do to overcome your self-doubt, I would say, if you are insecure about your capability, if you doubt yourself, just do it. And it's okay to fail. Like, I think that has to come for first and the most. I think because you're not so confident about your capability, instead of choosing that as a reason to stay away from the challenge, why don't you use that as a reason for you to work harder? Like, because you are incapable, why don't you use that narration, the reason for you to strive even higher, as a reason to have even higher standard than others? Like, and I think that's the better way to look at it. Okay, next one. Self-love versus suffering. I wanted to talk about self-love versus suffering, because suffering happens when you obsess over you, like when you think you are the center of the universe, when you think the world is about you, right? Like when you think you are the center of the world. And self-love, for that matter, I think you just have to have a balance, because when we talk about self-love, like narcissist, or like you loving you more than anyone else, therefore you think you are better than everyone else. Like that's not what I'm preaching here. Like what I'm trying to say is, like, once again, suffering is you obsessing over you, like you loving your need, like you loving yourself for your need, for your demand so much that you don't even care about hurting other people. You don't even care about causing the pain for people who are around you, right? That's not good neither. Like you obsessing over yourself. So it kind of goes together. Like, so there's a boundary. I think you need to have a balance. Yes, for you to strive in life, you do have to be the #1 fan of you. But in the same degree, you need to have a humility. You need to understand that you need to have the space in your heart to have respect for others. Like you need to treat everyone's life with significance, not only yours, but with anyone else's life with significance. So that's the difference between egoistic, like self-important, like very selfish self-love, versus like having the humility, coming from a loving place, having the humility, understanding that your life matters as much as other people's life. And for you to serve that, message, you do have to be on your side all the time. Like you need to be the #1 fan for you to do some great thing for the society. Okay, the next one. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be. And I completely disagree with this, because in my very humble opinion, I think you matter just as much as how much value you can create for others. Like you shouldn't want to be liked just for being you. I mean, how would that be okay to create a society, right? Like that's just gonna create a bunch of selfish people. So that's what I would say. But anyway, I think it's kind of getting long here, so I'm gonna end it here. But that being said, that was the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.